Hmm. I wonder if we're going. It says to check my encoder settings, but okay. So I think we're here. Check your encoder settings, keyframe, something, something. I don't know what that means. So let me poke around here and see if we are actually on. I think it says live now someplace. So give me a second while I just poke around here. There's one. Awesome. How cool is this? Okay. I don't know where else we're going, but I hope we're going to a lot of places. So I'm just going to visit with y'all here. I hope you can hear me. Can someone come into the over here and let me know if you can hear me or not? I would love to know that. That would be pretty awesome for me if you could tell me if you could hear me. I think, let's go on Zoom. I'm probably getting everything over here on Zoom. Got it. Okay, so I think Zoom is picking me up wonderfully. Hi, everybody. How are you guys? Welcome. Welcome into the fun day of today. We have fun days often, don't we? All right, so I need to put you over here so I can keep up with what's going on. All right, so I don't think I'm too early. I think I'm actually right on time, and none of us are used to me being on time because I'm going through all these little technical things. But I just thought, well, we'll give it a shot. And evidently, it's working okay. I hope you can see me. Yay. Let me go back to Zoom here and make sure. Hi, Judy. I'm so glad you're here. Let me see if I can get this to start recording. Hold on one second. Record. Okay. Recording in progress. So, Judy, can you tell me, can you hear me okay? That would be nice to know. I hope so. But I can see it's you. So, yay, awesome, awesome. So, look at my painting, my drawing, my brain fodder stuff. It was really interesting this morning. I took some time to do this, and when I got through, it was like had hot spots on my head, and everything was hurting, and a crick in my neck, and a headache. But then it quickly went away. So then that's a good thing. So I think I'm going to turn sound down on here. There. So I can see. Oh, good. Sounds good. Okay, so I have a few things to share with everybody. Once y'all get here, let me know that you're here when you get here. I had some interesting things happen this morning, several. And one of the things that I was studying, you know, when I study stuff, I'm going to share it with y'all, and you just have to grin and bear it. That's how it works. But it was so interesting this morning because I'm reading in Bob's book again, and I'm in chapter 3, I think. It's Bob's book. It's called The Image Maker. And one of the things he said I thought was so interesting is it's like, hi, Melissa, how are you? Your image maker is like you just watch a movie. You just put an image in your head and act like it's just like you're watching a movie. And what he explained was one of the golfers, hola, Debbie, one of the golfers, famous golfer, before he would hit a stroke, he would watch the movie in his head of hitting the stroke and where the stroke went. And I thought, that's really interesting because our subconscious only recognizes images. And so we have this idea like, okay, we want to be prosperous, I want to be wealthy, I want to have everything I want. I don't want that much, I just need a little bit of this, and you're not clear on what you want. You're not clear. You don't get a good, clear picture, and you sure don't, for me, I'm talking for me, don't take really the time to sit and visualize it to the extent where you get so emotionally involved with it and connected in with it that you can see it like a movie, or you can see these pictures on the screen of your mind. And so when he said this about like a movie, I thought, how many times do I sit with my sister in the living room and watch movies or at the show, and I'm all engrossed in the movie. It's like there's nothing else here. This is all, and I'm in a complete room of my own into the movie. It's like straight on, and I'm taking all of that in. And I thought, I should work with my goals that way, with my desires, with my type C goals that we learned from our training with Bob Proctor. And it's like, why don't I do that? And then my friend Cheryl sent me a note, and she said there's this cute little class coming up for this neurographics, this drawing class. So she said, you probably don't have to take it because, you know, you already paint, you're an artist, but she thought she was going to take it. And I looked at that and I thought, yeah, I know, I'm going to take it. So it was just a quick little class. And it was like one lesson to get rid of anger and stuff and your blocks on money. One is about your field of abundance. And so my drawings were all screwed up, just like, because I'm an artist, and so it didn't go the way I thought it's supposed to go because I have to control it. And when you're creating, these lines up here are creating new neural pathways for you. And you sit with the image, you sit with the drawing. All of these little squiggly lines are a connection out to the universe and to all the energy that is. You know, it is what it is. We have all this massive energy, like Wallace Waddle said, and all of our famous teachers have talked about. Energy is everywhere, and it makes up everything that we need. So these are these squiggly lines, and then you make different, like I put a circle that represented me. And I sit with that for a little bit, and then you always have a theme. What is it you're working on? So this was the gratitude one. So it's like, okay, what all do you include in your gratitude? And you could put a stream out, a connecting stream back to me for what I include in my gratitude. You know, I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my family. You know, and as you sit, I guess it's a way of intuitive art. I know it's very brain taxing when you get through with it because I'm exhausted. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it's kind of like, this is really cool. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do the one for gratitude. And I sat here with this gratitude one. It took me a while. You do with markers and color pencils, and you start to feel it. You let your intuitive self guide you and direct you where you want to go. And sometimes when your hand's going to go this way to make a mark, you actually need to get it to go and direct it a different way. So you break the current neural pathway that's there, that's getting you the results you have now, and you're creating a new one. And so I kept working with this, and now, can you see it well enough? That center part stands for me and my heart and all that kind of stuff. Those three big, strong blue ones going out, it's for the three me, you know, the physical, the spiritual, and the mental bodies of me. That's what I felt like it was. But then there's a lot of other things going out that are tying in with the universe. So it's really interesting, and granted, I'm still learning it. I don't know much about it, but I'm excited because I thought, geez, Madeline, why don't you make a circle for you and set your theme or your intention to go after your C-type goal, your big goal, the one that makes you sweat, the one that you have no idea how it's going to get. You put another image for that. And then what do you need? Well, you need your internal support. You need your belief. You need your thoughts and actions to line up with what it is that you want. So you make all these little circles and things, and then you start connecting them out, and then you smooth everything out because you don't want any harsh connections. No straight on crosses like this, because that causes a conflict. You want to make sure there's smooth transitions, so you look all around to see where you can make a smooth transition. I know it's a lot. I'm giving y'all a lot, but I have to tell you, when I finished this, I had this burning spot right here on my head, burning spot, which means something was going on. My head hurt. I had a crick in my neck. And it's kind of like, okay, well, even though I didn't know that I paid that much attention to it, because you stop and you breathe and you listen to your inner guidance, your higher self, and you see, well, what symbol do I want to work with next? Or what color? What color do I need here? And there's a trick about the colors too. You have to not just put it in one spot. You have to connect it up with 2 or 3 of these little pockets of energy. And it's all pure energy. So I thought, what a great thing to share with everybody. Because when I learn something new, I'm just going to spill the beans and let everybody know. So I'm thinking, okay, we all have different goals. We all have different things to work on. We have things that bother us too. So one of the first things we did was write down some words. Your intention was about money, an increase in money. And then you make a list of words for 2 minutes. What money, one word, what comes up when you think of money. And you write all these words down. And then after that, because you're like priming the pump of your brain, then you don't worry about those words. And then you get a blank piece of paper and you start drawing. You draw a circle to represent you. You draw whatever you want to represent what does a lot of money seem like to you, like a bank or things like that. You draw another circle or a square for that. And you just keep sitting here talking to yourself, drawing shapes, connecting them up, smoothing off the connections where there's no adverse reaction to it, and breathe through it. You have to breathe, you have to relax, and then you intuitively pick whatever colors you want to use in whatever place. And then toward the end of it, you find what symbol shows up the most in your painting that feels the most to you to go with that. And for me, let me go this way. I don't know if you can tell, but the circle part, I've kind of got it a little more outlined. The circle part, because to me, that represented my heart center. Because when you're giving gratitude, you're sharing your love. I know I disappear. So there's the circle part, and they used it with a really dark marker. They do stuff quite drastically like this when I was learning. And it was like, this is a bit harsh for me. But it came out okay. Can you see it? You can't see squat, can you? There. And this one was about the field of abundance. So different things showed up there, and you can see these strong lines, these really heavy dark lines, which I put in this painting of gratitude as those blue lines. I didn't make them so overpowering, because when you're through with this, when I'm through with this is my image that I like to focus on. I like to put my hands on. I like to feel it. I like to be in the energy of that, and then close my eyes and start to visualize that image on the screen of my mind for gratitude and what all I'm grateful for and what all else shows up for me in the field of being grateful and sending love out to everything in the universe and everybody. So I thought this is going to help so much in coming up with an image, because we do have those different mind movies. We do have those different, what do you call them, those boards where you put your pictures up there. But after a while, then you just have your vision board It's just there. And this is kind of like doing your affirmations, just mechanically. Oh, I know my goal and I'm going to spout it out mechanically. I know what I want. I'm going to spout that affirmation out mechanically. Well, until you add some belief to it and some emotion to it and some connection to the universe with it, so it takes a little bit of a moment for you to center yourself and calm yourself and get into that beautiful space of sending. And then you're in that space of receiving whatever ideas and impressions that come to you about, okay, well, this is what I'm going to go ahead and do to make that happen. So, okay, Debbie, what do you say? Oh, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. And granted, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I got us this far. Were you guided through the process, or is it a self-study thing? I really want to play in this way. I got it. You want to lay in this way. I got you. I got it. Well, I was following for the course that I paid for. I got 1, 2, 3 little videos. But I saw a lot on YouTube because the 3 little videos just were leading me to take the bigger class, which I don't blame her. That's what we all learn when we're in the business. But it was constant. It was just like constant. But I got this much out of it, and I've got some out of some YouTube videos, and I'm already an artist, already intuitive, and so are all of you, already intuitive, already understand how the law of attraction works and what it is that we want to see manifested for us. And I don't know about y'all, but I was ready for a little upgrade in the neural network of helping it happen. So that's what I've come up with. How do you like it? How does it make you feel when you look at it? It's a lot of stuff that you'll go through when you start doing this. Well, you put this line there. How does that make you feel? Are you connecting with the universe? What if you're feeling a little anxious or a little nauseated or hate it or don't want to continue on? That means you've hit a resistance thing, and just keep continuing on. So yeah, I went through all of it. I just about threw the whole thing away and just like, forget it, I'm going to go watch TV. But I didn't. I kept with it. And I think it came out to be a pretty good image. And now, oh, you get excited. Oh, good. So now what happens is you've drawn it one time, but you can draw it again and again and again. And you can draw it for anything. Like if you're having a conflict with somebody, you set down what your theme is, dissolve this conflict, and then write a few words for 1 or 2 minutes. What are you feeling? What's this conflict meaning to you? Anger, upset, disappointment. Get those words out. So you like prime the pump, like the old water pump. You used to have to prime the pump to get the water. Then you don't look at those words again, and then sit down with your piece of paper and with yourself and say, okay, what do I want to put on this piece of paper that's going to represent me? And it's usually a circle because the circles are pretty universal, easy, no corners, no stuff. Good. I'm glad you see the sun. That's basically what I was trying to do, make it sunny for us. So you put a circle down for you, and lots of times the circle is little, and sometimes your circle is big, and sometimes when you get going on your drawing, you realize, oh, my circle I drew is way too little, so change it, make it bigger. So that's how it happened to this one. You can't tell it now because it's got all these dark lines over it, but this one had the little circle in the middle, and then it was like everything else was dwarfing it, so I made a bigger circle all around, and it ended up looking like a heart at the end, sideways heart. I'm trying to get it on the camera so it doesn't go into La La Land behind me. And so you put out what it is that you want to have help with, because everything comes from our thinking. And our neural network system that we've had is our paradigm that we've always gone from. So you may have to, and you will, look forward to doing a drawing over and over and over. And you continue sitting with a different drawing, a different feeling, a different way to approach it. And you get into the feeling every time until what you're working for manifests or changes. So, believe it or not, all that came from studying this morning with Bob for the image maker. And I'm like, okay, I'm making an image. I'm making this image. This is it. This is the image maker. So this is the image I made today. And I went ahead and put it on my screensaver so you all could see it. So, and I have to thank Cheryl Anthony because she's the one that put me onto this. And she said, you probably don't have to take it, but I'm going to take it. And I wrote her back and I said, hey, I'm taking it. So, yeah, my head has been in a spin and a dither and for a while. But I now know how I can merge my art with an image in my subconsciousness so I don't have to always be constantly trying to figure out how to change a paradigm, because your subconscious, remember, only works through images. So when you get an image that you're pleased with and has all this symbolism to you of what it means, and you can just close your eyes and sit with that image, then its subconscious is going to grab it quicker. And things happen pretty fast is what I hear from everyone that's taken this class and gone on to be an instructor. And I am far from being an instructor. I just wanted to do some different things with my art, with my manifestation, with my paradigms. And I just think it's going to help with everything. Probably help you with learning a different language. Debbie, you've got something here, but I don't see you said anything. Just your name, honey. So that's about it. Now, one of the things he was saying was about, let me see if I can find what I highlighted for us that went with this. I thought it was really nice. So Bob was saying that Wattles, who said, this thinking stuff permeates and penetrates the entire universe. And then Earl Nightingale, in Think and Grow Rich, said, stretch out your hand of friendship through time and space. Oh, no, he said that. Because he said, keep your mind on a higher image rather than a lower concern. And he said I don't have his exact quote here because it's somewhere buried in this book. But we know what Earl Nightingale says all the time about you hold it. If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Now, how do you hold it in your mind? Oh, yeah, I want to be prosperous. I want to be wealthy. What are you holding in your mind? A word. How are you feeling with that word? What did you picture with that word? How long are you going to hold that picture? And there's another thing here about persistence. How often do you go back to that word to hold that image? So this other thing, so build your image now, right where you are. Don't wait around anymore. Come up with an image. You don't even have to try. Just let the image of a more prosperous you float to the center of your consciousness. It's already there, so let it appear. So if you're not in the mood to do some of this or ready to do something right this second, start making pictures of what you want prosperous and start putting it like in a PowerPoint slide mentally. A PowerPoint slide, this picture, then you went to this page, you went to this house, then you went to this car. Oh, then you sat out by this pool. Oh, then you went to this place for dinner. Oh, then you met these people. Oh, then you're at the airport, you want to go to this vacation. So put all those things in a in your mind in a PowerPoint slide, and then hit the play button and let it play. Watch your own movie. If it's not like you want it to be, make it like you want it to be. Change it. But I thought this, because I've done stuff for neural pathways before, I've done holding your breath, think about this, and then release it, and think about this. This makes you feel bad. Hold your breath. So you hold your breath and it gets all up in there and you can feel it, and then blow it out. And then you replace it. So I've done neuro networking work before, but this brings me back into my realm of connecting my art with my coaching, with my classes and people I love to work with in a way that I feel like is beneficial for all of us. So hopefully this is a fun thing. Let me hear from you, what you think about it. I didn't even know we were going to talk about this today, which is typical of me, and I just show up and see what's happening. So I don't know if y'all are still here or not. I hope you are. Hello. I can't see nothing. But anyway, that's good. So that's it for today. Let me know after we close the window here. You can still comment in the chat. And if you like it, I'm glad you're here, Debbie. If you like it, take a screenshot of it and see how it feels for you. And maybe you can use that image for a little bit. Or maybe you can work off of it and do something else. Yay, Melissa, Judy, thank you guys so much. Did y'all have any questions? What do you want to ask me before we get off? You got a question, let me know. And if I made gobbledygook and nonsense, let me know. But if I made sense to you, let me know that too. I would like to know how it came across, because when I get inspired and all this stuff shows up, it just kind of like gets all garbled, but it dumps all out. I hope it dumped out in a way that you could understand it. So I'm going to wait till y'all comment back to me, and then we'll sign off. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here, Melissa. I haven't seen you in a while. Loved it. Recently exposed to the methodology as well. And I really like having my overview. Oh, good. Well, how did you do with this methodology? Did it work with you? Did it make sense to you? Me being an artist, I work with something for a while, then I'm off to something else. It's typical of most creative people. What's it called? Neurographics. Neurographics. I can send you the link, Debbie, if you want to get in that course that Cheryl sent me, if you're interested, or we can just chat and see what's going on, what you want to do about it. Maybe we'll do a thing where we do this together one day. Not done it yet. Great inspiration to re-engage. Yes, good. And so are y'all up for maybe one day? I don't know. Yes. We set a time. Let me know what time might work for everybody. That would be fun. And we can I'll put my camera up over here and we can look down at my desk. And then we'll just all pick a theme. We'll go through it. You can get it on YouTube, you can get it from the class, or you can let me help screw you up, just like I'm screwed up. But I think it'd be fun. You do have to have some markers, and you do have to have some colored pencils, or a good heavy pencil, because you make certain lines, and then you come back and make heavier lines. So yeah, I would love to, because I'm going to continue. I have other things that I want to work on, and so do y'all. We can all work on something at one time. We could work on our C-type goal. We can work on whatever. Let me know. Texted you. Good. Okay, awesome. So everybody, let me know. Send me a message, and I guess we could start it maybe next week. We'll just do. I put. It's usually about. You need to allow about an hour and a half, probably. It took the lady that was teaching us about that long because she explained a lot of stuff, and it may take us an hour and a half to 2 hours because, well, who knows? We may all get lost. We'll just start over. There's nothing wrong with any of it. There's no judgment. There's no, oh, that's not how I wanted to look, which is what I did. But then you have to get away from it and let it sit a while, and then you come back and you go, oh, okay, well, maybe that'll work. Maybe I can. That's okay. I can work with that. Okay. So yay. Okay. See y'all next Wednesday. Talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye for now.